Today, I will be talking about the meeting at the White House. Joy said, God bless, he got to go. Thank you, Joy, for stopping by, man. Thank you for stopping by. Today, man, I'm talking about Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, is scheduled to meet with President Trump today. Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, is scheduled to meet with President Trump today. And the topics is most likely going to deal with, tariffs and trade agreements. Because we have not really felt the full effects of the tariffs yet. We are about to start feeling them. So it is time for President Trump and America to make some deals. Greg said Trump. Okay, Greg, welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming, man. Today I'm sharing about the meeting of Canada's Prime Minister. He's going to meet. Jay said, what are y'all talking about? I'm talking about a couple things, but one of the main things I'm starting with is the meeting with Canada Prime Minister at the White House today. The meeting of Canada's Prime Minister at the White House. And what do you think is going to become of that? Will we get any agreements on these tariffs? What are your thoughts about that, Jace Hunts? That's what I'm talking about. I got a couple more topics, but I'm going to do one thing at a time. What's your thoughts on that? Greg, also, what's your thoughts on that? How do you think the meeting with Canada's Prime Minister and President Trump at the White House today, how do you think that's going to go? Let me know, man. Will it be a benefit? Will Trump humble himself and go ahead and try to get a deal made to help out the American citizens? Or will it be similar to the Zelensky meeting that was, Jace gave a thumbs up. Hey, Jace, make sure you like this video. If you have not done it, man, look at my channel also. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But I'm talking about the meeting, man, the very needed meeting between Canada and the United States. Canada, the trade agreement between Canada and the United States, man, they was trading like, I think, $3 trillion a year, $3 trillion a year. But with these tariffs, it kind of messed up that relationship. So hopefully they can get things together in this meeting today. Jay said, I like. Good. Thank you, Jace. I want to welcome y'all in. We're also going to talk about the self-deportation that they spoke about. I'm going to touch on the self-deportation, and I'm also follow up from yesterday's live about the father that killed the deputy. But right now, I'm just starting off with the meeting between Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, and President Trump today. As we know, man, we're going to feel a lot more pain in our pockets and in females' pocketbooks with these tariffs. So with this meeting, man, hopefully they can get something done and come to some type of an agreement. And then even later on, hopefully they can do the same thing with China. What are y'all thoughts about that meeting today? What are y'all thoughts, man? What are y'all thoughts about that meeting? Just to touch on the self-deportation thing, have y'all heard about the self-deportation that the Trump administration is proposing? Have you heard about the self-deportation thing that President Trump's administration is proposing? If you have not heard, this is how it goes. The administration is saying it costs $17,000 to deport an immigrant. Let me repeat that. They say it costs $17,000 to deport an immigrant. So the Trump administration is suggesting to give or offering $1,000 for any illegal immigrant to self-deport himself. Because mathematically, I guess they're saying that's going to save the administration $16,000 per person. I'm going to say it again. The Trump administration is claiming that it costs, says, sup, my peoples, ninjas, welcome to the chat, man. Ninja said, hey, Ninja, welcome to the chat. I want to welcome everybody here. If it's your first time, I talk about different topics. During my live, I usually come on live Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. Today, I'm talking about a couple things. I'm starting off with the meeting between President Trump and Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney. And I'm asking y'all, what do y'all think is going to happen? I know the main topics, it will be the tariffs and trade deals. So the main topic on that will be the tariffs and trade deals. Also, another hot topic is, Jace Hunt said, I don't know. It's needed, man, for them to come to an agreement because the Trump administration does not have any major agreements on tariffs since the day Trump came out trying to be tough, being big and bad. There's no major. And then just said, Trump hair looks corny. Okay, that was funny, but just being serious, man, the tariffs have not hit us full-fledged yet. I'm talking about Americans. So we really gonna feel some more higher prices and some more pain. Trump was on TV joking that, let me see what he say. Well, he's about to reopen Alcatraz prison, make more room for everybody. Whoo! All Maine said he gonna open up Alcatraz. That thing probably asbestos filled, man. They would have to do a lot of, it would cost a lot to do that. But anyway, and the deportation, that's another thing we dealing with. How Trump and them running around just grabbing people up, shipping them out of the country. So the Trump administration is claiming that it costs $17,000 to deport immigrants. So they come up with this fancy idea for people to self-deport. How they're saying it's going to work is they will offer an immigrant $1,000 to self-deport. If that immigrant does that and accepts the agreement and self-deports out of the country, they will be able to eventually start the process of trying to get back into the country. That's what they're claiming. So that's the second issue. And, yesterday I broke the story about, the Cincinnati, Ohio father who killed the deputy in retaliation for the cops killing his son during a police chase. So those are the three things that I'm talking about. I'm going to go back to the meeting between Canada's prime minister and the United States. This is going to be an important meeting, man, because the tariffs are going to hurt our pockets as Americans. I feel like Trump needs to humble himself and go and get these deals made. Think about the people and stop thinking you're a bully because the world is not going for that. And then China is a whole nother story. He's going to have to make an agreement with China as well because China ain't budging. They pissed that J.D. Vance called Chinese people peasants. So that's where we at right now. That's where we at. Jay said, I got to leave. Welcome back. Okay. We need lower gas prices. Most definite. Jay said, I got to leave. Jay said, I'll be back. Okay, Jay, appreciate you, man. Come on back. Hopefully we have more people in, but I'm here to do it whether it's a lot of people or a little bit of people. I just want to bring the truth and get people to thinking and understand what's going on around us. Just for some eggs, $18. Listen, man, prices is bad. And it's going to get even worse, man. But Trump's told us, he told people, instead of buying 30 dials, buy 2 dials. So in other words, he's telling y'all, man, listen, it's going to get hard for you. But we know it's not going to get hard for President Trump, his family, or his billionaire buddies. Hey, Mark, Adam the Ghost said, hey, Mark, my brother, good to see you. Man, good to see you too, man. Shout out to Adam the Ghost. Thanks for joining the live. Appreciate you. Today, I'm talking about a couple things. I'm talking about the meeting today is scheduled for Canada's Prime Minister and President Trump. And the significance of that is President Trump said some things that Canadians really, it rubbed them the wrong way. First of all, saying there'd be a 51st state. They did not take too lightly to that. So Canadians are standing on business. They say when you go into a store in Canada, they're marking American products so that they can choose not to buy American products, man. So that is a relationship that the United States need to repair. So hopefully it'll be successful at that meeting today. But I'm gonna tell you this: if the meeting go like that Zelensky thing, we in some trouble, man. I pray that the meeting does not go like it did with the guy from Ukraine came over, and they get to yelling and being disrespectful. It cannot go like that with Canada because Canada is not going for it. So that's the thing, man. Hopefully that meeting go well. Y'all keep up with the meeting and see how that go, because that's necessary for American citizens. Number two, dealing with immigration. Have y'all heard what Trump and them have been proposing to illegal immigrants? They have proposed for illegal immigrants to self-deport themselves. This is not a joke. This is not a lie. Ninja said, will it start another war? Listen, a tariff war, because when you go back and forth in tariffs, they call that a tariff to that, but don't nobody really want no war. Don't nobody really want no war. So as I'm going back to the immigration thing, Trump is proposing for illegal immigrants to self-deport themselves. This is how they say it's supposed to work. They're claiming that it costs $17,000 to deport. Yeah, self-deporting. But check this out. They say it costs $17,000 to deport an illegal immigrant, right? So they came up with this fancy idea. They're gonna throw you $1,000. The Trump administration said they're gonna hit you with $1,000 if you agree to self-deport. So what will happen is they're gonna hit you with $1,000. You can self-deport, and then once you get back over to your country, you can work on returning to the country. Adam said, I personally think that we will see a 200 to 300 inflation on every product like bread, milk, eggs. Listen, Adam the Ghost, it's gonna get bad, man. That's why, let me tell you this. Since the tariffs announcements, there has been no trade agreements between the U.S. and no other country. I remember President Trump got on TV and said, they're calling me, everybody, 100 countries have called me, but we don't have no agreement. So I don't know if that's a lie or what. But he begging China, he begging Canada, so Canada's gonna come to the White House today. Mark Carney will be at the White House today. They gotta get something done, man. Because like you said, Adam, man, stuff going to get bad. Inflation going to hit us. We haven't even seen it yet. We haven't even seen. And like you said, simple stuff like bread and eggs. I've been hesitant on even buying eggs now. I used to buy so many eggs. I used to get the 5 dozen box? It's like a big box, 5 or 6 dozen. I buy them at will. Used to, not no more. But back to the self-deportation part of the topic. The self-deportation thing is scary because you know the Trump administration ain't playing fair. Because if somebody said, okay, I go for it, and you come to do this and get this $1,000, they can still snatch you up and don't give you anything. But they claim it if you self-deport. I don't know how they're going to work, how they're going to get the money out, but if you agree to self-deport, you'll get $1,000, leave the country, but you will eventually be able to work on entering the country legally. So that's the plan. My thing with reform would be, hey, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you like the video. If you have not done it, check the channel out and also subscribe to the channel. Ninja said, we got 1,000 groceries worth of food at Sand Club, but continue, my bad. Let me see. Ninja, you said we got thousands of groceries worth of food at Sam's, $1,000. Okay, but what I'm saying is, not only with that, like, what if you talk about Sam Club? What if they don't be able to fill up the shelves, man? because the docks are getting skimpy now, they're saying. So we got to make a trade deal. $1,000 worth of food. I understand what you were saying, Ninja. Thanks for sharing that. I understand what you were saying, but we're in some serious times, man. And I think now is not the time for the United States to poke their chests out and feel big and bad. I think it's more important for Trump to humble himself and get these deals made because it's self-inflicted. Trump, the one came out, if y'all remember, with the tariffs. He wanted to put tariffs on the whole world. And then he had to pause one time, and now he just paused again for 90 days. But now he playing hardball with China. Even with China, he gonna have to humble himself. If he care anything about the American citizens, Trump will have to humble himself, man, and get these deals done. But I hope that they do not be disrespectful to Mark Carney, which is Canada's prime minister, like they did Zelensky. Don't get him in that office and be disrespectful, because he's not going to agree to any deal if you try to big boy. So that's what's going on. The third thing, yesterday, if y'all didn't catch my live from yesterday, I was talking about the father who killed the deputy. Yesterday, I spoke about the father, the African-American father who killed the deputy. If y'all not familiar with that story, it's been all over news, all over social media and all that. But what happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, there was a stolen car, right? I think the police was able to follow the GPS to the car. When they got to the car, they say 4 individuals got out and ran. But one of the ones that got out and ran was an 18-year-old African-American, and they killed him. It seemed like as soon as they showed video of the body cam, you really can't see it clearly. But as soon as the cop come out, it's within seconds, they shot that man down and killed him. So the next day, I think it was the same day when the father was able to view the body cam, he killed another deputy, just ran his car into him and killed him. So that's the third thing. What are y'all thoughts about that? Have y'all heard of that? Share in the comments. What are y'all thoughts about that, man? We're living in some serious times, man. Some people walking on eggshells. We living in somebody said where? That was in Cincinnati, Ohio, as far as the man who killed the cop. Somebody said San Bernardino. And then somebody, okay. No, not San Bernardino. This was, what they call that town? But it was in Cincinnati. It was in Cincinnati, Ohio, with the father who had killed the deputy, man. And when they had him in court, they had like the whole station, it seems like the whole station of law enforcement on both sides, and he had to walk through there. But he walked with his head held high and looked every one of them in their face like he don't regret what he did, because he feel like he did this for his teenage son. That's what's going on, man. And that's what I do. I just talk about different topics. Some people going to agree. Some people going to have an opinion this way. Some people going to have an opinion that way. But that's what's going on. As we know, there's been a lot of killing of black people, man, by the police. There's been a lot of killings over the years. Seems like we continue to hear about different killings, war stories. So it's tough for me to think these are any tougher times than any other time. Personally, I'd rather be alive now than any other time in history. Wartime, that's good, but the reality is some of the last tariffs just went in on Saturday. So we haven't even felt the full effect, man. They said this month, it's always good to be alive, and I understand you saying these are the greatest times, but not for the working class people, not for the American citizens. Now, if you well off and you up in the billionaires and multi-million, you might not be able to feel the pain. I don't know your financial status, war stories, but we're in some dark times, man. There's a lot of tension. These are not the greatest times. But thank you for sharing that, though, sir. I appreciate you sharing that. we're in some serious time. We got a president who wants to be a dictator. So these are not the greatest times. Everybody don't matter. If you're against him, he attack you. So these to me are not the greatest times, wartime. You can come back and challenge what I'm saying, but these are not the greatest times. And you just can't relate it with money. Well, I'm making money, so these are good times. These are some dark times when people can get snatched off the street and sent to a prison who ain't even committed a crime, ain't even been charged of a crime. So you can go snatch people up off the street and send them to a prison. You ain't even got a release date. And I know this might not affect you, war stories, but if it happened to one, it can happen to anybody. Just think about that. Let me see. Sign up, said Trump 2028. Okay. We got some Trump supporters in the house. Warstead, would you prefer to be alive in the 1800s? No, that's even worse, but we're in a place right now where Trump want to take us back to that. If you just keep up with the stuff he's doing, he don't want to take steps forward and progress and give more freedoms. He want to take away. So I'm glad you brought that 1800s. We got a president that want to take us backwards, man. But thank you for sharing that. Cooley said, example. Said, hey, war story, I mean, when would you prefer to there's no better time than today, war stories, but it still doesn't give an excuse of today. Just like if anything happened, you don't say, well, I'm just happy to be here today. You're going to speak about the current issues, whatever the issue may be. So don't make an exception for I don't know if you just want to make an exception for Trump and his behaviors, or what are you talking about? People only go with where they are right now. And you can't say, well, do you want to be? That's like you disrespectfully saying to a Jew, well, do you want to be back in the slave over in Germany in the oven where they put you in the oven? You can't do that, man. That's really not logical. People go by where they at right now. And it would be disrespectful to be like, just be happy. Do you want to be back in those concentration camps? That would be, I know you wouldn't say that to a Jew. You would never say that to a Jew because it would be offensive to a Jew. But thank you for saying that. Right, the stuff they went through back then, even my people. But still don't excuse today. Hey, Kalous, man. Listen, man, stick on topic, man. Anybody who come here distracting, I get them out of here. Those who want to learn, and I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna get off of that and go back to where, some of the stuff I was talking about. Because some of y'all Trump MAGAs come in real disrespectful. On this live, I don't allow it. I get you out of here. So what I'm talking about is the need for Trump to make an agreement with this prime minister today, because this is Trump's economy. Though he got on TV and lied and said, oh, it's Biden's, but he want to accept the jobs part of it. Well, everything that's bad, he said, the bad stuff is Biden's and the good stuff is mine. So I think it's very important for Trump to get this deal done when they come to the White House. Say, yeah, that's what that man is all about. War Story said, I hear you, but it's one guy in a 4-year term. Okay. We're going to make it. Most definitely. We're going to make it. We're going to make it because we're resilient as human beings, not because of Trump. Because if he's attacking, okay, say like if you're a student trying to come here with a visa, supposed to be the freest nation in the world. He have attacked students and threatened to take away visas simply based on their opinion or disagreement with him. He want to attack journalists just because their disagreement with him. I don't know if y'all saw that last interview he did, but he kind of threatened the man, said, whatever his name was, I like you and I pick you, but you're not being too nice to me. What Trump considers nice is don't challenge him, don't fact check him, and that ain't right. War Story said, I don't want to make any exceptions for any man. But when I see these days, it's people ungrateful for having everything. People in America in general, not just under Trump, this can be under Biden, under Obama. Americans have been spoiled in a sense. So you're making a good point, War Stories. And sometimes human beings can become ungrateful, but not grateful because of Trump. So don't mix the two. But thank you for sharing that. War Story said, we always make progress even when we fall backwards. It does excuse. Hold on. It don't excuse the day. What you mean it does excuse the day? Listen, coolest, man, don't bring that everybody did slavery, because the slavery that the white folks did here was the most barbaric, the most inhumane. So don't say, oh, slavery was just the same. Indentured servants was a lot different than slavery. Chattel slavery was a lot different. Do your research on real history. I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about the barbarism of slavery. It was a little bit different than how you trying to play it and say every country did it. Not the way they did it here, man. A little bit different. Lord cares. Ain't nothing law right now. You listen to the lies they put on TV. I buy gas, I buy groceries. Everything ain't law right now. Colludes, housing prices are not dropping. I'm gonna get you out of here because what you're doing is just want to spam the chat. I don't allow that. I don't mind your opinion, but you ain't gonna just spam this chat. The jobs report, that's because of Biden. Trump already said this is Biden's economy. So if you're going to talk about jobs, they got to be Biden's as well. You can't just say, pick and choose, this is for that. The stock market is still down. Why do you sign up? Why you keep saying something that's unconstitutional? Trump said he's going to be a two-term president. There's nowhere you can show that prices are going down, because it's not. Only one is saying that is Trump, because he know you're going to believe his lies. But I'm moving on, man. Sign up said it's not Trump's economy yet, so the jobs are not Trump's. Thank you for verifying that. Don't pick and choose what is good. And I'm gonna get back on my topic, man, because y'all taking me somewhere else. Sign up. Trump is the one begging. Sign up said Mark Carney needs to make a deal. No, it's Trump. Trump begging him. But he get on TV and lie to you because he know y'all ain't gonna do no research. President Carney, the prime minister, the adult in the room between the two, is coming over here, but we got to see how that meeting gonna go. Trump needs them. If Trump care anything about American citizens, he need to make these deals quick, fast, and in a hurry. Why doesn't the United States have any tariff deals? But he was on TV saying that they're calling me. 175 countries are calling me, but he ain't got no deals. Safi said slavery is still alive in America or by America. Yeah, but I'm talking about researching that part of history. That's some dark times, man. That's some real times. And that's why there's attack on history, because they don't want to accept responsibility for the things that were done. Sign up. One thing we're going to do here is stay on topic, because y'all just want to spam this thing and hijack my live. I'm ready to get back on topic, man. But thank y'all for sharing. So keep it moving. If anybody continue on, you're going to be kicked out. Get rid of this dude, man. I gave a warning. I done gave a warning. You come on here, it's okay to talk, but you're not going to flood this because they say that's what y'all do. Come to distract on people live. I ain't going to let you do that, man. Not with me. I feel like this spammer just want to talk. That's what they do. They be sending them. They be sending them to go to different lives to either spam so they can take away from the information. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but that's what they've been doing. KK said, oh, whoops. KK, welcome to the live. It ain't about Democrat Party. It's about this trash Republican Party, which is the worst administration, man. You got to be honest, man. I don't represent Democrat, Republican, or none of that. I'm an independent free thinker. And there's nowhere in the world I get on here and say, I worship Trump, a man, over the Most High God. And that's what a lot of y'all have done. So don't ask me what have a Democrat have done. Because to me, they all one and the same. But with this president, his attack on Black history museums, want to defund those, his misogyny, his cuddling up with nationalists and white supremacist groups, that should be enough right now for me. It is enough for me not to mess with. Our man said Trump is playing chicken and Russian roulette with the world. Let's see who blink. Trump been already blinking because he been begging China. He been already calling them. He done begged Canada for this meeting. That's why I'm hoping this meeting goes well today. President Trump is going to meet with Mark Carney. Hey KK, we on to something else. We're not just talking about slavery, but thank you for your information. I told you I'm not allowing y'all to come and hijack my live because that's what y'all do. Don't be bringing no facts. Just want to hijack somebody's live. Thank you for your information. I allowed you to share, but now I'm taking back my time. Thank you, though. Liberty Ghost, he is begging. That's why he ain't got no tariff. See, but y'all stuck on Fox News and conservative radio. They lying to y'all, man. There's a host of networks you need to be listening to. Not just Fox News, which is the fake news. You would never learn nothing. It's sad. That man can say everything is good. He told y'all, stop lying. You do watch Fox News. That's y'all number one news, man. Don't get on here and lie. But anyway, he gonna get on TV and tell y'all, well, instead of buying $30, y'all just buy 2 and y'all go for it. But thanks for sharing that. I'm moving on to that, man. Hopefully, President Trump will have enough courage to get something done for the American peoples, man. Okay, dude running his mouth like, you won't do that here. You gonna find another lie to play with. I don't play games with y'all, man. You're gonna come here, you're gonna be respectful, but you're not gonna flood this live with your BS. You're not gonna do it. Because I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out. Y'all think this is, y'all wanna come in our spaces. Is that? Somebody said, I hate watching the news. I don't either, but you gotta get it from somewhere. And this is what I tell anybody. Ninja, this is what I say to anybody. Watch what you want to watch, but counter that. If you watch Fox News, counter it with another news network. See what they saying. Research another one. Even do world news too, because in the United States, you're going to get what can be done to stop all the hate. Does anybody know this country can and won't survive if it is? Listen, man. That's a good question, Stedman. They learn from the best. Vonda said they learn from the best. Listen, to deal with that, that's a real question. What to do with the hate? You can only control you, Stedman. And I would suggest that you continue to love people. That's what a lot of people been doing. African Americans have been forgiven for years, been loving for years, been praying for years. But you can't control other people. Even with those love and all that good stuff, there's still hate organizations. So to get rid of hate, hate is not going to never disappear until the world ends. Let me repeat that. Hate itself is not just going to disappear. Hate is in the church, because some of these organizations, they go to church. The Klan, they go to church. So hate is in the church. Hate exists because people allow it to exist. And we can't fake it. People have been faking it for years. People take off the Klan suits and put on a business suit, but the hate's still in your heart. It's going to be the same thing. So the only thing you can do is control you, Stedman. Make sure you love people. KK said, I don't believe everything I see. That's a good thing. That's exactly what I do. KK, you on top of it. KK, give you a round of applause. That's all we can do, because we got to get information from somewhere. Even when I got the story from, I forgot which network first, about the black father that killed the officer. I had to check multiple sources to make sure that wasn't a fake story, that it was real. Mr. Rand said, God bless America. Nearly do I believe everything I search. You cannot. And you got to cross-reference. Make sure if it's your first time here, man, I'm just giving my perspective on certain topics. Make sure you like this video. If you have not done it, man, check out the channel. If the channel is for you, go subscribe to the channel. Thank you. But we got some great minds on here. One thing I will not allow to happen on my channel during my live is for anybody to hijack the live. That's been going on, and I don't understand why people come in our spaces and want to just hijack it and spam the comments and all that. No, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to give out information and then receive some good information from some of these good people in this chat. That's what I'm about. But if I see anything otherwise, I'm going to have to, get you out of there. I might just have to get you out of there. But man, there's been a lot of good information on this live today. It's been a lot of good information. Listen, for those who just coming in, I also mentioned that President Trump is encouraging immigrants to self-deport. Now I'm going to tell you how it's supposed to work. Yeah, y'all heard me right. I know y'all like, he didn't say self-deport. Yes, he did. President Trump is encouraging illegal immigrants to self-deport. This is how it's supposed to work. The goal is to save America money. They're saying that it's cost $17,000 to deport an illegal immigrant. $17,000. Follow me here. So it costs $17,000. So the Trump administration is saying, if we give illegal immigrants $1,000 apiece, they self-deport, it will save American taxpayers money. Once they're deported, they can work on entering the country legally. So that's another proposal. What do y'all think about Trump telling them to self-deport? Is it good? What's your thoughts? And then he give them $1,000. Are they really going to pay them $1,000? Y'all share about that. Trump is telling them to self-deport, and he give them $1,000, right? Once they get to the country that they're going to, they can start the process of re-entering the country. Do y'all think that's a good idea? What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about that? If it's your first time coming, man, I do my lives Monday through Friday, sometimes on Saturday. I talk about a host of different topics, and just want to give y'all the truth as I see it, and also listen to y'all and get y'all information and y'all input. What are your thoughts about Trump administration telling illegal immigrants to self-deport and they give them $1,000? What is your thoughts about that? Share in the chat box. The other thing is, there's a big meeting today, and we need to keep our eyes open for this meeting. Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, will be meeting President Trump in the White House today. I'm wondering how the meeting's going to go. Eric Rush said, totally disagree. Deport and don't give them no money is what Eric Rush said. Eric, let me clarify. I don't know if you heard the whole story. The Trump administration is claiming that it costs $17,000 to deport illegal immigrants. Now let's do the math for a minute. So their administration is suggesting if they give them $1,000, you get back to your country on your own. Once you're in your country, then you're able to start the process of entering. So they claiming they're going to save $16,000 per immigrant. Did you get that, Eric Rush? So the goal is to save money. KK, I don't have no proof that the border is secure. Only thing I do know about is that they're grabbing up people, shipping them out illegally. I can't verify that border. They telling us, and they say people still coming across. So the border is not secure. That's why they got to show something. Are we grabbing up people? That deportation is totally separate from the border. So I know what you're saying, KK, and they saying they doing all this with the border. I don't know what they doing with the border, but I know they saying people still coming. I'm just talking about the deportation right now. Do you agree with self-deporting, KK, and they pay them $1,000? Mr. Rad, you respect the U.S. Supreme Court, right, Mr. Rads? The U.S. Supreme Court said it was illegal. The courts have said it was illegal. So don't play semantics, man. It was illegal. That's why they told him to bring the man back. Somebody said a few hundred a day compared to thousands. It don't matter, but I'm asking you, you said no money? So then they're going to have to pay the $17,000. See, y'all looking at the money, KK. Don't just look at the money. That money, they're going to have to spend some of that to leave. So all I'm saying is, should the government get them $1,000 instead of paying $17,000 to ship them out? And I think that's what the Trump administration is. They looking at the money they're going to save if these illegal immigrants self-deport. And y'all say, no, don't give them no money. Well, if they deport them, they claim it costs $17,000 to deport. That's the math they using. So I don't know if they stealing money, saying it costs that. I don't know. They claim it costs $17,000, but they got an alternative. You self-deport, we give you $1,000, and we still get rid of you. So that's all I'm saying. But y'all saying no money. So we're going to lose money. I thought we wanted to save the government money. KK, I thought we wanted to save the government money. Y'all cruel. They like, ship them out. Don't give them no money. Yeah, but they saying it's going to cost $17,000. That's what Trump and them, he could be lying because that's all he do is lie. So I'm just telling you what they're claiming. The Trump administration is saying it costs $17,000 to deport an illegal immigrant. So instead, they want to pay them $1,000. It said, Eric said, warning them MFers for breaking the law. Y'all got some hatred, man. Get that hate out your heart. It's not rewarding them. I just painted the whole picture. You rather the government pay $17,000 or they give them $1,000 to deport. KK said if they don't self-deport, then when caught put them on a permanent no entry list. I ain't mad at that, KK. Hey, Almaine, one thing we try to do is stay on topic. You might can find another live that's talking about Biden. Right now, we're talking about what's going on now. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to correct yourself. We're not talking about Biden right now. We're talking about what's going on right now. Thanks for sharing, though. Stedman said, I hate talking about anyone, but the truth is not the truth. These days, the people engage in hate. Yeah, it is a lot of hate, man. It's a lot of hate. Man, some people just hate everybody. They mad at black people. They mad at Hispanics. They mad at illegal immigrants. They mad at the LGBTQ community. Let me clarify. I love everybody, right? Whether I agree or not, whether they white or whatever. But the hate level is so high. The hate level is so high right now. I hope that we do not go into no civil war, man. I hope we don't, man. For real. But the hate right now, ooh. Mr. Raz said, Allman, we are avoiding hypocritical topics. Any topic that makes this live look bad, we ain't talking about. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we stand on topic. Find a live that's talking about the stuff you want to talk about. It's real simple to me, man. So I got to make sure that my live is staying focused on what I'm putting out. I'm not trying to negotiate with y'all because y'all not negotiable. Y'all say y'all worship Trump like God. So what do I waste my time with that for? But you can come here and share about what I'm talking about, but you will not hold this live hostage. Thank y'all for sharing, man. Thank you for sharing. And I encourage anybody to do a live, man, make sure you control your live. Don't let others come in and just hijack your topic. That way you can't even get your message off. And that's the goal. They don't want you to get your message off. They don't want the truth told. They're not here to negotiate because they got their mind made up. They'll tell you. You see people know it's unconstitutional, but they type Trump 2028. These people is not trying to have a dialogue. They're not trying to negotiate. They want to distract. That's their goal. Their main goal is to distract. If you have not done it, man, make sure you like this video. Share this video as well. There's a button at the bottom, that arrow. Share that to a friend, man, so we can get this message out. Eric said, give me $1,000 for breaking the law. That's not what I'm saying. You're missing the whole point. The Trump administration is thinking about saving $16,000 per immigrant. Somebody said, worse than Trump. Ved, hi, sir. Hi, Ved. Jadhab, welcome to the live. Theories that are true. Y'all come with, but this is my thing, though. I'm going to say that, KK, because you've been pretty good, man. Pretty respectful. Don't mind disagreement, but not allowing anybody to hijack. And that's what some of y'all wake up to do. It's a live that's talking about the stuff y'all want to talk about. Find those lives, man. It's a whole bunch of lives that's talking about the stuff that y'all talking about. But here on Mark B's perspective, you will not hijack this. What's so hard about that? If you got input on the immigration thing, if you got input on the Carney meeting with President Trump, let's talk about it. If you got input on a black father killing the deputy, those are the three topics that I'm talking about. And we're not coming here to say, well, what about Biden? Find a live that's talking about Biden. Because it ain't here. I'm not talking about him today. It's probably plenty of lives. And I know it got to be one that's talking about what y'all want to talk about. But you want to hijack this live or even disrupt this live. Because I see y'all a mile away. I see y'all a mile away, man. And it just ain't going to happen. Respectfully though, would you debate? I can debate on anybody. What's the purpose? What's the plan? Nobody's gonna prove nobody right. I take it you're a white man, right? TS say, would you debate me on Kamala? Yeah, you can come on this live and we can get it on. Hold on, let me go back to Eric said something. Hold on, Eric. TC, why don't you even have a picture on your profile? Eric Russ said, send them illegal immigrants to Ukraine. See the hate? Eric, you're a Christian though, ain't you? Or are you a Christian? So why the hate? That ain't with the Bible, unless you're a Christian but believe in another book. But if you're a Christian, you follow the teachers. No, you can add a profile picture now. You can add one today. Don't hide behind that keyboard. But we can mix it up. That's what I do, man. Eric said, I'm an American. That's what's up. But Americans love people too, right? Because you always say, God bless American. I ask you, are you white? TS, are you white? Because you hide behind the keyboard. I'm asking you, answer that question, man. We talked about the fathers yesterday. KK was with me yesterday. Yeah, we did. But I still want to get y'all thoughts because for some people yesterday, that story was so fresh. Some people, it was the first time hearing of it from me. And later on that day, y'all probably went and saw the news and saw all the stories. So I was just getting people input. He did run from a stolen car. I mentioned that yesterday, KK. Jace Hunt, welcome back. Thanks for coming to the live. I appreciate you. Hey, TS, when you want to schedule that live, man, so I can put you on. But when you come on my live, you got to make sure you got to show a face, not no picture. It got to be you. TS. Dr. J, good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the chat. They said they did find it. KK, they did find a gun. They did find a gun, right? But he was still running from them. The 18-year-old was running from him. Mr. Raz, I think we should make every American with a Ukraine flag in a profile pic to a listen. Listen, man, why all these rules? We can have Confederate flags. Nobody won't say a word. Mr. Raz, don't do that. You don't want them to have a flag. If they actually cared, they would. These virtue signalers need to be called out. Dr. Say said, wow, they're in the wrench. Eric said, it doesn't mean you be a fool. You can't welcome everybody in your house. Guard the yard. That's true. Listen, Eric, that's true. But keep it in perspective. You can't let anybody in your house. You ain't said nothing wrong on that. Dr. J said, happy taking off Tuesday, everyone. Thank you, Dr. J. Hope you're having a good day. Stedman Turner said, the American people that love this country, which I fought in combat for, has all the power, more than any president. Just remember this. You talking about President Stedman? But thank you for sharing that. That was some good stuff. Make sure your comments be respectful because they will be held back. They will be held up. And even the ones that get through, if it's disrespectful, you're getting up out of here. Stedman said, yes. Right. The power is in the people. That's why you had, are you aware of the protests? You had the hands-off protests, and they were talking about hands-off Social Security, hands-off of Medicaid, Medicare, and now you're having the No Kings rally with AOC and Bernie Sanders. Have you been keeping up with that? Dr. J said, keep your comments respectful. If not, you will be removed. Respect is not a lot to ask. Respect is not asking a lot. It should be required. But you know how they ask even in this chat, somebody asks about why is there so much hate? And it's crazy because it is. It's just, wow, we can't keep going on like this. Why so much hate? But yet we supposed to love everybody, right? And then some people say that they Christians. We believe in God, but the Bible say love everybody, love your enemy. And it seems like in this country, we're not practicing that. If you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you in. Thank you for coming. I talk about different topics Monday through Friday, sometimes on Saturday. I welcome y'all in. If you have not done it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check it out first because my channel is not for everybody. Remember to double tap. Dr. J says, remember to double tap the screen on your way into the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But we in some serious times, man. My heart goes out to all involved in that Cincinnati killing. Jay's Hunt praying. We all need prayer. Thank you. My heart goes out to that whole situation. To the teenage boy that's dead, his family, like his mom, to the dad who ran over the cop. Because you had to think, he threw his life away. And then for the officer that got killed, man, for his family as well. We cannot forget the officer. And I know some people are frustrated. They feel like, yeah, we got to do something. They keep killing our people. But listen, man, that man didn't have nothing to do with that. He did not deserve that. Not him. He wasn't the one that shot the 18-year-old African-American kid. So we're going to pray for his family. Dr. J said, welcome to Mark's B's Perspective. Man, y'all been giving some good stuff. Y'all been giving some good information. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. As I said, I don't know what time that meeting between Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, and President Trump is going to take place today. But I think that's a start for us getting back on track. Trump got to get this stuff in order, man. You know, going after the education system, going after history, cutting jobs, firing veterans. That stuff should never happen. Almain said, I'm a black man and immigrant. I came over in a banana boat in the 70s. Black American have it too good in America, and they realize it. This stuff affects me directly. I'm still like Trump. That's what's up. I'm not going to tell you not to like Trump. You got a right to support whoever you support. But just because you do that don't mean we're going to do that. And I know you do what's best for you and your family. Most definite. But I think it was like 80% of black men did not vote for Trump. 94% of black women did not vote for it. So you're in that percentage, and that's a good thing, man. Shout out to you. Thanks for sharing that, man. It's our main diligence. Thank you, sir. Antonio said, Que pasa? Thank you, Antonio. Welcome to the live. Thanks for coming here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Antonio Yanez said, Que pasa? Thank you. Man, I thank all y'all for the continued support. Man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Because you know you're getting value. Thank you for, it don't matter what side, whether you agree with me or not. If I'm bringing value, hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Because it's going to help me with the algorithm that I'm sending the video out to more people. Check my channel out also. I'm trying to be on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I got like 12 or 13 more subscribers to go. So check out the channel. Don't just subscribe. If my channel is for you, check out my content. If my channel is for you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But we living in some serious times, man. But we not giving up hope. We not giving up hope, man. In spite of everything that's going on, we will not give up hope. But we do hope that meeting, I hope that the meeting with Canada's Prime Minister and President Trump gets something done and they get a deal made. I'm also hopeful, not really hopeful, but I hope that, Trump can get a deal with China, because we need that. We have not felt the full effects of these tariffs yet. We have not felt the full effect of these tariffs. We have not felt the full effect of these tariffs, man. Like I said, I thank y'all for the continued support. Thank you, Dr. J, for always showing up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna close out with the self-deportation topic. Now, Trump and them were claiming that it costs $17,000 to deport an illegal immigrant. So they came up with the idea to give illegal immigrants $1,000 to self-deport. After they self-deport, they can start the process of re-entering the country. They didn't say how long. Do they got to wait a year? How long they got to wait? But after self-deporting, they will be able to, try to enter the country the right way. Some people on this live is so upset. They like, he shouldn't give them $1,000. But I'm trying to explain their rationale. They want to save Americans $17,000 per person because they claiming it costs $17,000 to deport. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if this is another money grab for them. I don't know. But that's what's going on. We got the meeting in the White House today. We got Trump proposing for illegal immigrants to self-deport. And then the last thing, we still, as I spoke about yesterday, about the black father who killed the deputy. Let's remember to keep all those, the family members, in prayers, man. Keep the family members in prayer. If you're dealing with hate in your heart, address that. Pray about that. Go to your spiritual advisors, man, and deal with that, man, because it seems like we're on edge in this country. It seems like we're on edge in this country. And we can't survive like that, man. I don't hate anybody, but I will speak out or call out, the stuff that's going on right now. I will call out what I see that's going on right now. I thank y'all, man, for the continued support. As I'm about to wrap it up, I thank y'all for the continued support. I want to ask if anybody got any closing thoughts or comments. If anybody got any closing thoughts or comments before I go, now's the time. Y'all have been amazing. I hope that y'all got value out of this video. I hope that y'all got value out of this video. Remember, when you come into this live, read the community guidelines. When you come into this live, read the community guidelines. I don't do this to play. I would not allow anybody to hijack my live. We will stay on topic. And we're not going to just say, well, what about Biden? We're going to stay on topic and deal with what's going on right now. Man, I thank y'all. I thank y'all. If you have not done it, this is your first time here. Welcome to Mark B's Perspective. review my channel. If you're interested in my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because my channel ain't for everybody. But if review my channel, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, man, if you got value in it. Make sure you like this video if you found value in that. I thank y'all, man, for the continued support. I thank y'all for the continued support, man. Thank you for that like. Thank you. Make sure you like this video, man, if you have not done it. I appreciate y'all. Those who's new here, I'm here Monday through Friday, man. I try to come on Monday through Friday to keep y'all up to date and to give y'all my perspective on all that's going on in this country, the United States of America. I thank y'all. Once again, I thank y'all. I thank y'all. Don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. Have faith. Keep it moving. Don't live in fear. Have courage. If you're dealing with hate, I must just say this before I close. If you're dealing with hate in your heart, it's up to you to deal with that, because it may hurt you or somebody else, and it may just hurt somebody you love. Get the hate out your heart, man. Have love in your heart. Love your brother. Love your sister. Thank y'all, man. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. Peace.